Watchguard, in 1996, started as a plain, vanilla firewall. But then over the years, we've evolved as a pure security player. So our current, focus is, but of course, UTM, which has actually got evolved through firewalls. So a UTM would have a firewall feature, VPN, gateway antivirus, content filtering, reputation-enabled defense, DLP, and the latest, which is APT. So we block APT. We have APT blockers as well. So it's a complete gateway security appliance what we are focusing on. Apart from this, we also carry our email security appliance, which we actually acquired a company called Borderware in 2009. So we have email security also as part of our product portfolio, and the latest is our access points, which we introduced late last year. So all these three, basically security appliances, makes our portfolio, and that's what we are focusing now on. APT blocker, actually, we are using, there's a company called Lastline, which started in 2011. So we just had a tie-up with our APT, tie-up with Lastline, and we're using their signature sets, which are part of our appliance. So what it does is, a lot of unknown threats which are evolving around the globe on our web, 2.0, web security threats. So basically, APT is primarily to block those threats, out of the box. So we are hoping that this feature would really pick up in the coming days. It's already pretty popular in the West, and I am hoping that in the times to come this year, APT blocker would be a big hit in India as well. Our focus obviously is in two verticals in the enterprise. One is the corporate, if you have a data center requirement, and the other being the government. Obviously government in the last couple of years we've done exceedingly well because we've targeted some PSUs, some cooperative banks, which has really helped us. And on the other hand, obviously our corporate was always our forte, so we've done well there as well. So these two, non-government and the government space, where we've pitched our solutions. So the last 2 years have been really good for us. We've done very well, in the cooperative banking space in the last 2 to 3 years. Then we've also done well in government. Education has also been our forte. So if you see these three, verticals have done really well.
The role of security is not clear. So what is your take on it?
I would, obviously virtualization has been evolving in the last few years. But then a lot of people are also, trying to merge virtualization with security. What it means is, you would have a kind of a virtual security, which probably you may not have in your own premises, but you would be probably having that security maybe offloaded to a data center for that matter. And what you would be getting is a clean pipe in your premises. So that's what we need to understand, that, virtualization is very important, but then security to that virtualization is equally important, because these two things go hand in hand. And obviously, if you have virtualization without security, that would be really meaningless. So, both have to be, somewhere they have to be aligned, and taken care together. So in that context, we have also come up with our virtual firewalls, so which we call as XTMV, which is Extensible Threat Management Virtualized. So we are selling that solution as well, which is part of our portfolio, and that will be primarily for people who want, probably they believe they want to invest money in managed security services, or maybe offloading their security to a data center. So that's where we would position virtualized firewall. Last year was a very good year for us. In spite of India's slowdown and the economic conditions, we still grew over 20% in India and around 27% Asia Pacific wide. And if you ask me, our growth came from the banking sector and the government sector, because we did really well in these two verticals last year. So I would give our my vote to these two sectors which have really we have recently relaunched our program called the Watchguard Secure Partner Program. We call it as the WSPP. So we have 3 levels as part as a WSPP, which is expert, professional, and associate. So these 3 levels of association with our partners would be based on their expertise, what how much they can how much business they can do in the market, and their competency level basically. So based on these 3 factors, we obviously give them a target which is mutually agreed with both us and the channel partner, and then obviously we do trainings for them time to time so that their engineers can be technically they can step up their expertise, and after these guys have completed certifications, because that's also which we provide, they are given a target quota, and based on our mutual discussions, and when they achieve this quota, they're given a back-end rebate based on our agreement. So for expert level, you have a back-end rebate of 7%, and for a professional level, you have a back-end rebate of 4%, which we give. Plus, we have a lot of channel engagement with our partners, partner events all around the country. So probably this quarter, we are trying to have a partner event in Mumbai. First of all, whenever a channel partner approaches or we approach the channel partner, Watchguard has always been a channel-friendly company. So if you ask me, we've been, whenever we are associated with the channel partner, we make sure that they're trained properly, they're given proper trainings on our products, so that they are technically self-independent. On top of it, we also take care of their profit margins. If they are executing a deal, so we ensure that they at least make 15 to 20 points, so that they can feel the difference vis-a-vis other products. So apart from that, this new WSPP program which we have launched would give them additional 4 to 7% of back-end rebate. So all these initiatives, we've taken, we have been taking it, and we've continued taking this. So this will help the new channel partner to drive our business. This is based on the level of association. For example, if you are an expert partner, you may have X target. And so for expert, we have $25,000 target, and if you are a professional, you will have a target of 15%, and so forth and so on. According to the latest, Frost and Sullivan report, last year, we grew quite a bit, which I said around 20-odd%. Market share, would be very difficult to give you a clear picture, but then we grew around over 20% last year. Enterprise space is obviously a big space for us. Now, the right fitment of the product, the right fitment of the solution, is what we have to see, what to position in the enterprise space, because obviously enterprise space is a very huge space, and we now have products which can actually fit those enterprise space. So a lot of challenges because designing while architecting the whole solution, because whenever you get an enterprise deal, obviously there are too many things which are involved. There is security, there is networking, there is storage, there is computing. So stitching all together for the SI is a big challenge. So we help in the security portfolio, we help our system integrator so that he can give the right fitment to the whole enterprise solution. We, in terms of models, if you ask, our top of the rank is, we have just introduced a model which is XTM2520, which is probably the fastest 1U firewall on the earth now, because it has a throughput of 35 Gbps with a UTM throughput of 20 Gbps. So that would be our key, device or solution which would be a right fit in the enterprise space. Yes, it's been crowded with a lot of vendors. There are new vendors who've just come in who are tapping the India market. We were also SMB player till 2 years back, but the last 2 years, a lot of government enterprise opportunities have come our way. A lot of data center opportunities have come our way. Education, has also been pretty big for us. Banking. So there have been challenges, but with our kind of solution, which is a price performance leader in the market, we've done fairly well. And if you talk about roadblocks, obstacles, obviously India market as of now is a very price sensitive market. It has their own challenges, which every vendor has to deal with it. So are we. Obviously price sensitive market, fitting the right product in the right space with appropriate price is a big challenge, and which we've been doing pretty well in the last couple of years. Watchguard is also, American brand. We are based out of Seattle. So, a company which is based out of Seattle, where Microsoft also originated. So we are as good as these products, in the market, and we compete with them head to head. Whenever there is an opportunity in the market, we compete with the other brands. So, but if you see the feature sets, we are at par with a Fortinet or a, Sonic Wall for that matter. Enterprise channel community, obviously, it is another tier 1 partners, which we are focusing on. So partners like Tata Consultancy, Alstom, Schneider, Siemens, those are our tier 1 partners, to name few. We've focused with them on the enterprise deals, and we've been doing relatively good in the last couple of years with these partners. Our go-to-market strategy has always been based on our best of the breed technology. Watchguard partners with different OEMs. For example, in our UTM, we have feature sets which are there. For example, our tie-up on the gateway antivirus front is with a vendor called AVG. Our tie-up on the content filtering is with WebSense. We've just signed up with Lastline, and prior to that we signed up with Sophos for our DLP. So all these vendors who are individually established in the market, we've partnered with them for our different feature sets which we integrate in our firewall. So our architecture is so flexible that it's pretty easy to integrate any third-party product, and these third-party products are themselves doing well in the market, and we have all the reasons to associate with them. And while associating with them, we've had the opportunity to become the best of the brand product in the market, and which has helped us go to market strategy.